Good morning, nerds, and welcome back to another episode of Tethered by the Table. I am your host, Nathan, and I'm in for a wild ride apparently because um, this is our first random encounter. I have no clue if there's gonna be more of them, but we really don't know what to do after the tailspin of Daggerheart. But of course, before I get into it, Megan, introduce yourself for today's Game Master of the Day. I should have switched the banners to the.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm Megan, and today I will be the game master or the dungeon master. We kind of spent a good hour just talking, and then we realized, oh shoot, we're in different time zones, but we
Yeah.
kind of talked a while. And then Nathan was like, should we just cancel it? And I was like, hell no, do we cancel?
Don't pay me to be
So,
the bad guy. Who's on
so
offer?
here,
Continue, continue.
So here we are. I gave him the idea of doing a quick, maybe 30-minute encounter where
Hmm.
Nathan is the player. He's never played before. So we'll see how it goes. Um, and the PS shout out to my wife. It's our 3-year anniversary, so love you, babe.
What?
Oh,
Congratulations. Dang.
thank you, thank you.
So- But if the coffee hasn't hit yet and you fall back asleep or you just can't stand to look at us, don't worry. The recording of this session and an audio only version will be posted on YouTube channel the following Friday. And you can find our channel by searching Tethered by the Table on YouTube or following the link in our bio. If the short form content is more your style, search Tethered by the Table on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for periodic snippets of our shenanigans. Um, to anyone who actually is listening to the audio only version, I'm sorry. I'm a little backed up on the Daggerheart stuff, but yeah, you will get it soon. I don't think actually anyone's listened to the audio only. But Megan, what are we doing? What are we doing today? What are we doing?
All right.
I have a pencil and paper here. I'm have an open mind. Let's do this.
Okay, man, I'm kind of just so you guys know, it literally like no plan at all to do
It's
this.
been five
So,
minutes since it's been less than 5 minutes since we came up with the idea of me being the player.
so we'll see. Okay. So Nathan,
Yeah.
you wake up
Ooh.
um in in an alleyway and you have no idea how you got there.
Oh.
You're looking around, it's dark, it's kind of murky, but you hear some sounds kind of off into the side. So you're in an alley, and if you
Mhm.
keep going, you see some light and some kind of sounds. Um, what do you do?
Do I need dice for this? Do I need to pull out my dice? Are you gonna
Yeah,
have me
let's
do
pull
a?
out some dice. Yeah.
Or am I just? Okay. So what do I have on me?
What you have on you is a red marker.
A red marker.
You have some silk rope,
Silk rope. Okay. Okay.
and you have this um, and that's about it. Oh, but you have this like this necklace, this orb. It's kind of like a
Mhm.
um kind of a black kind of you look into it and it's like about a golf ball size black orb.
Okay.
And if you can imagine like um one of those magic 8 balls,
Yeah.
you can like spin it around and stuff and there's like it looks like there's something there, but that's about it. But it's not so much about like what you have. You feel this burning with like inside of you.
Mhm.
That's kind of like hurts. It kind of like goes up and then it kind of travels down your arms.
Okay. So silk rope. You said red marker
Hmm.
and golf ball. Yeah. Is this golf ball a gag? Because it sounds like I'm butt naked and I'm covered in silk rope.
Oh, you are wearing clothes.
Oh, okay. All
You
right.
are wearing
Perfect.
clothes.
Okay. I was curious if it was
As
one
you
of
look,
those type of
no,
wake up in an alleyway. Okay.
no.
Perfect.
You,
All right.
you're wearing clothes. They're kind of just normal commoner looking
Okay, okay,
clothes, a tunic,
okay. Now,
some
red marker. This is like high fantasy equivalent of a Sharpie.
yeah.
Okay. Um, I'm in the alleyway. I want to peek my head out of the alleyway just to see if I can kind of gain an idea of, and do I recognize the surroundings?
Make a insight check.
Insight check. Okay. I rolled a 17.
Okay, you have no idea where you're at.
No idea where I'm at. Okay. And when I look outside the alleyway, what do I see?
You see a town um, with people walking around. They weirdly they all kind of look like elves. The majority of them.
Hmm.
Um, but they're all just. It kind of looks like a marketplace. Um, and what you see is kind of like a bar
Hmm.
where there's some more commotion going on.
Okay.
But yeah, some elves, marketplace, and a bar.
Do I look like an elf?
No, you do not look like an elf.
Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know if me not looking like an elf is a good thing. Do so I'm wearing commoner clothes. Do I have a hood at all? Or like anything I could like can kind of
Yeah, you have
conceal
a
my
hood.
identity?
Yeah.
Can I? And what time of day is it? Is it like noon, night?
I'd say around noon. Yeah, the sun is high in the sky.
Okay. Can I conceal my head with the hood and make my way over to the tavern, not wanting to draw too much attention to myself?
Okay, roll a stealth check.
You're keeping track of my modifiers, right?
Yeah.
It's a 7.
Okay, so you make your way. Well, tell me what you're wanting to do. So you make your way
Yeah.
over,
I
but you're just
want
trying to hide.
Yeah, I'm trying to not necessarily hide, but not bring attention to myself. And my intention is to get close enough to the tavern where I can hear what the commotion is to get a better idea of like what is happening in the city as a whole. Like, are they all
Okay.
like you said it's bustling? Are they like talking to them like is this like a victory from war, like a sporting event? I just want to get an idea of like get some context of where I'm at.
All right. So you head over, um, and you kind of hear these elves. They're like, "You see this guy? He's trying to be sneaky or something." I was like, "You think he just rolled out of bed the way he's looking?" It's like, "He does know that we see humans around here quite frequently, right?"
Hey,
So
you can't hurt a man for trying. I'm just trying to not bring attention to myself.
then
But alright.
as you make your way over, you wanna peek through the window or you just listen?
So I guess when it comes to the tavern, is there like people outside the tavern, or is it all just the noise inside the tavern?
Most of the noise is on the inside and just
Okay.
people are kinda coming and going, but more people going in than out.
Okay. Um, if if I've heard this little people are like, why is he hiding? I'll go in. I'll go in the tavern and kind of just, but still like not trying to like I'm not like trying to announce my presence here. Still keeping a low profile. I'll head into the tavern and see what's going on.
Alright. Okay, so you see, a bunch of people. There's a dwarf, manning the bar. She's passing drinks.
Mhm. It's
Um,
always a dwarf
and
behind the bars. I mean, I
yeah.
always make dwarfs behind the bars. Is there any other bartender that can?
So, and it seems like everyone's kind of watching this high fantasy version of football or
Oh, I love it.
on TV.
On the high
Um,
fantasy TV.
yeah, and they're like, "Woo, yeah, touchdown, get 'em."
Okay,
But
okay.
then all of a sudden, a brawl starts. So, they're cheering,
Yeah.
but then you hear a little scuffle.
Hmm.
Two of the bar people, they start. He's like, "Hey, you stepped on my foot. You stepped on
Mm.
my foot."
Yeah, yeah,
Um, and a fight's breaking out.
yeah. Can I check on my golf ball size black orb real quick, just to make sure that like
Yes.
everything's good with the necklace?
Yeah, everything's looking good.
Okay, all right. Um, I'm gonna let it. Can I like pick a seat towards away from the fight and kind of just let it
Mhm.
play out a little bit. And I'm gonna let them kind of handle their beat. I'm
Yeah,
still waking up. I'm still groggy.
yeah. So he goes over there. They start throwing blows, and all of a sudden you see this person who was at the bar
Mhm.
turn
Okay.
around, and all of a sudden you feel this gust of wind,
A
just,
gust of wind.
and everyone stops.
I know what this is now. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. Okay.
And everyone turns.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Well, everyone else is looking to see who this person is. What are you
Mhm.
doing?
Uh, um,
You can hear a
so
pin drop in the
a
room.
pin drop. Okay. So, sporting event. I don't want to assume, is this a woman that is turned around in a gust of wind?
She does look like a woman. Yep.
Okay. All right. Um, at this point, like I still want to. I'm curious where this is gonna go. I mean, I don't necessarily
Mm.
want to be the one to break the silence here. Um, but um, let's see. Okay, hook rope, red marker, golf ball size blackboard. I think of, I'm gonna take this moment. I'm gonna take this moment. Is there any sort of is there any sort of like knife nearby that I can kind of pocket for later use? Like in the moment of like everyone's kind of looking this like the attention's on someone else just for future use. Is there like a anything I can kind of nab off of a table that'd make it useful for me?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, there's plenty of cutlery on the tables. Um, the barmaid, she has, glasses on
Hmm.
top of the bar. She was cutting limes and lemons, so there is like a knife
I like it. I like it.
on the bar.
Okay. Um, let me nab a knife. Oh, please let me nab a knife. And I'll just kind of pocket that just to make sure I have something. Just because I don't know where I am.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Uh, can I think it was cocked actually. I think it was cocked. Uh, Still one, a natural one.
A natural one.
I'm the pin that
You
they hear drop.
yes, you reach for the knife, and then someone else is also reaching for the knife, and you guys
Okay.
kind of touch hands.
Oh.
Um, and it's this big ogre, and he's like, "Hey, that's my knife. That's not my knife. Get your own."
So I say, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just trying to find my cutlery here. I'm just trying to find my knife here.
Uh, Take this one, and he gives you the one that was next to you.
Oh yeah, of course, silly me, silly me. And I'm just gonna pocket that in my robes for now.
Nice. Okay. Um, you're not wearing robes.
Oh,
Um,
my in my commoner outfit. In
yes.
do I have a pocket?
Um, you do have a pocket. Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Um, at this moment, the person decides to speak who
Yeah.
stopped this,
Uh,
and she goes, "Well, excuse me," and then just walks out.
walks out.
Um,
Okay,
Make a
let's
perception
see.
check for me.
Perception. Oh my goodness, the seven. That's a
A
seven.
7. You kind of see as she's walking, this strange tail hanging out of her pocket. Kind of looks kaleidoscopy in nature.
Interesting.
Um,
Interesting.
but she walks out.
Huh.
And as soon as she walks out, the chatter kind of comes back, and they're like, "What the? Who is she? Like, what the? We were just watching the game." And then everyone kind of just goes back, and they continue watching the game with proper manners.
Okay, with proper manners. Um, can I can I approach the bar, wave down the bartender, and ask for the high fantasy version of a cocktail, and just kind of see if I can start a conversation with the bartender.
Yeah. They'll cock up.
And what's the
How do
bartender's
you
name? What's the bartender's name?
Petroka.
Oh, what? You had that on the top. Dang. Okay. 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 All right. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's a dwarf, like, "Oh, hey, hey, I'll be with you one moment,"
Yeah.
and she's, like, getting drinks, and then she looks up, and she's like, "Whoa,
Oh
are
no.
you okay? Are you
Um.
okay?"
Can I do a quick judge of? Can I like quickly look at myself to see what she might be talking about? Because I felt I feel okay.
Yeah, let's see, there's lots of there's not so much a mirror around, but there is, like, tankers that you could kinda, I don't know, pick up and look at. I don't know.
Wait, there. Oh, oh. Um, I'll just kind of look and be like, I feel fine, but I could use a drink.
Oh, with that gnarly gash on your head, yeah, I would think you could use a drink.
The
Um,
ogre had nothing to say about it. So like, it's normal.
it's fine. Yeah. And so she hands you a tankard, um, a veil. That's
Mhm.
what she has in stock. And as you raise the tankard, kind of look to see what she's trying to see. Um, First, your eyes are bloodshot,
Yeah.
and you
Okay.
have this gnarly looking. It looks like a cut, but as you're staring at it, it's like huge. It's slowly healing and
Hmm.
becoming more into scar tissue.
Oh,
And the
jeez.
more that you're looking at it, the more um, you kind of notice like you've been cut before. Like
Wait,
these
wait, wait,
are,
wait. Do I now know more about what's going on here? I'm trying to get the timeline straight. Um, um, and so I look at this and I look at my head and everything, and I look back at the bartender and I say, look, you probably get this a lot, but do you do I look familiar? Do you know me?
I've never seen you before in my life.
I don't know if that makes me feel better. How much for the drink? How much for the drink?
Oh, it's gonna be 1 silver.
Okay. Oh, um, Megan, you forgot to mention how much currency I had on me.
Yeah, you don't.
Um, I- I'm gonna put the tanker down and slide it a little bit back over to her. I'm gonna I'm gonna say, um, do you know who that woman was that did the whole little whoosh thing?
Yeah, she's kind of new. I've never seen her before this first time. She actually was on an errand, I guess, for one of my buddies. She came and delivered me some pastries.
Oh,
Amazing pastries, by the way, if you ever find. He's a halfling, but can't really remember. I think she said her name was maybe Margot.
Margot.
Mm,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah,
Um,
something along the lines of that. Never seen her before.
um, I just remembered I need to go check on something. Can you keep this tanker here? I'll be back for it, and just keep it cold. And I'm going. And can I leave? Can I leave the tavern? Because I don't have money.
You do you, baby girl. You you make your way out if you'd like.
Mhm.
We're
Okay,
not keeping
perfect.
you here.
Thank goodness. So, okay, so I leave the tavern. Now it's been a little bit since she's left.
Mhm.
Um, is she still around? Can I still see her? Can I still see Margot?
Make a perception check.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That is a 9.
She is long gone.
Long gone. Okay. Um, let's see. Is there
That
any? Oh,
oh,
sorry, continue.
no, I was gonna say it's at this moment you feel
Oh no.
the amulet kind of burn, and it's
Great.
burning against you.
Burning against me. When I look at the amulet, is it doing anything, or is it still just dormant?
It's kind of looks stormy, but you kind of it's not so much as like, it's just burning, against you, doesn't look anything different, but there's this buzzing in your head.
Um, let's see. Can I take the necklace off?
You could take it off.
Okay. I I take the necklace off and I kind of just want to like toss it away from me. Like I just want to get it off me if it's burning me.
Okay. All right. You do that and you hear this voice in your head go, "Wrong move, buddy.
Damn it. Can I go pick it
You
up?
know the terms."
Can I go pick it up? I'm sorry.
Yes, you pick it up.
Okay. Um, do I have a way of communicating back with the voice?
Um, you could try.
Okay. Um, I want to. Oh. I want to. Okay. Let me. I picked the amulet back up. I'm gonna slip it back on me. Is it still hot?
It's kind of warm to the touch, yeah.
Uh, okay. And I just want to say, oh, sorry, won't happen again. Lapse of judgment. Sorry about that.
It goes, "It's okay.
Oh,
I know after a little spits like this, you get confused. I'll let it
see.
pass for now."
Speaking of confusion, is there anything you'd like to enlighten me on?
Oh, no. So,
My patron's so cool.
alright, so you have let me
Good thing.
paint the
Good thing, boss.
okay. Um, where am I going? So you're outside of the bar, kind of hustle and bustling. Um, this woman, strange woman, is gone.
Mhm.
Um, and you're just kind of there.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Um,
Are you painting the picture
yes.
for you because you're trying to figure out where you're gonna go with this?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen.
You know what? I'm amazed that you. Well, not necessarily amazed. I'm proud that you gotten this far. I mean, I feel like this is pretty good. I'm enjoying this so far.
I'm trying to get you to an area, but I don't want to like I don't know
See?
how to get you there.
Oh, isn't that the game, the dungeon master worry right there? How do I get my players to a certain section while making it seem like it was their choice to go there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All
so
right,
in that
what do you
case then,
wanna do now?
yeah. So girl's long gone. Amulet's got a funny
Yes.
voice, but she's kind of
Yes.
cool. And okay, so at this point, I'm looking around. What do I see any sort of points of interest around me besides the tavern that's behind me?
You see the tavern, and let's see if I remember correctly. You see this I think I'm getting my events mixed up.
Oh no.
I don't think I am though. So you guys you're on like this, the stretch of a road.
Hmm.
And you notice that the roads are all leading to like this um kind of it looks like the centerpiece of the town. It has like
Yeah.
a large uh building in the center. And it seems like more people are congregating over there. But yeah, road, markets, um, kind of the centerpiece of the town, you would assume, and the alleys that you came from.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go down an alleyway.
You're gonna go down the alleyway?
Oh,
You can.
no, no.
Go down the
What?
alley.
No, because now you're made me worried. I'm going to okay. I'm looking for answers here, and so I'm gonna go kind of with the traffic flows. I'm gonna head my way towards this kind of central building. Do I know
Okay.
what the central building is? Has any memories jogged yet for me, or am I still just a blank
No,
slate? Damn.
no, you
All right,
blank slate. Yeah.
all right, yeah. I'll head toward that
Um,
central building.
all right, you make your way through. Everyone seems to be kind of chattering, and you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder what the viceroy is doing. Like, I wonder what
Interesting, interesting.
he's planning today."
Hmm.
And then another person like, "You think it has to do with the murder?" I was like,
Oh,
"Oh,
great.
I would think, yeah, I would assume."
Murder.
And so just some conversations. Um, Anything you want to do while you wait?
So I'm in the building now, or am I still walking there?
From what I understood, no. So he's gonna. You guys are just kind of congregated outside.
Okay,
It
okay.
seems like that he's gonna come out.
Yeah, yeah.
And
I just want to make sure I was clear on where I was. Okay. I am going to. I'm sitting there. Can I scan the crowd for that woman from before?
you could try.
What do I gotta roll? What do I gotta roll? That's a 16.
Okay. So you are you kind of got pushed into the center. And as you look around, you kind of see um who you didn't really get a good look of her, but who what you're thinking it could be her is this there's this woman, she has her hood up, um, bleached hair kind of, and you see her kind of mumbling away to herself
Mumbling
um
away to
on
herself.
the outskirts of town.
Okay.
Oh, of the group. So she's
Yeah,
on the outside, you're kind of in the center.
yeah. To the group to the individuals that I hear talking about a murder, um, can I kind of insert myself into the conversation and kind of pose a question, but do we know who was murdered? And kind of act like I'm just as is just as
Yeah,
intently into this conversation as they are.
yeah. They turn to you and they're like, "You don't are you okay, man?
Oh
You
yeah, I forgot.
okay?"
Yeah, for the purpose of the conversation. Yes, I'm okay. What is what's going on? I heard about the news, but I'm getting conflicting information on who was murdered.
Oh, no, we heard that it was, like
What did
it was
they?
his best friend, one of his best friends was murdered,
Oh, I thought he had a
it
couple best
was
friends.
you don't know anything, do you, man? Oh, no, who was murdered? I can't remember, we it was just one of his friends,
One of his friends.
he
Interesting.
yeah, just one of
And
his friends was murdered, and I don't know, yeah, that's what
huh,
we were thinking,
that's interesting.
but we I don't wanna spread any rumors or anything. Uh, I heard that the cadaver, it was nothing of this world that killed him.
Weird. Interesting. Well, you gotta keep a wary eye for extra dimensional things. Yeah, I'm gonna move away. I'm gonna now exit that conversation.
That's it.
I
But
don't want
you're
to get
sure you're okay, man. You're
uh
okay.
yes, but do you have any potions of healing on you?
Oh, I got the small one, yeah, and they give
Um,
it to you. It's a small potion of healing.
what? I'm a little strapped for cash right now. Is there is there any uh is there any way that I don't want to what's your trade? What's your trade? What do you do for a living?
Oh, my trade, I just a lot of us here, we're kind of sailors. We live on this
They're
island,
sailors or merchants, yeah.
um, yeah,
Okay.
but
I don't have any cash on me. I'm sorry. You know what? Thinking about it, I have no
you
way of
just
paying for
take
you.
it. You could just take it. Just
Oh,
take it, man.
I
You
really
you
appreciate
obviously need it. You
I
obviously
really
need it.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. And just like in front of him, I'm just gonna uncork it. And actually, before I do, can I like smell it to like, make sure it is a health potion, or like, can I identify the potion at all just to make sure that this
Uh,
is a potion of healing?
make make a medicine check.
Oh, jeez. It's my own fault for being this nitpicky. 15.
All right, yeah. I
Because
mean,
the thing
from
is, I
what
know all
you
the tricks that I would play as a dungeon master, and so I'm like, gotta watch out because any of this stuff could be rigged.
from what you gather, I mean, it kind of you don't remember a lot. You don't know who you are. You don't know why you're here, how you ended up here,
But I do know what a
but
health potion looks like.
you can gather. Yeah, you think kind of looks like what you would expect a health
All right.
potion to look like.
I'm sitting there with my hands. I go, oh, bottoms up. I take the potion, and I say, well, your hospitality will. I will remember this. If you ever need a favor, I don't have a place I'm staying at right now, or I do, and I don't know about it. But you can find me somewhere. and I'll help out.
Oh. What was your name?
Um, um, and I look at the and I look at the court and I say, Cork. My name is Cork.
Orc. Oh, well, interesting. I'm Talon. It's nice to meet you. But hopefully you feel better, Cork.
Thank you. I could use
Yes.
all the good luck I need. Uh,
And it's at oh, and it's at this point that you
yeah.
kind of hear this hush
Okay.
kind
Okay.
of go over the crowd, and who you
And I'm
assume
gonna join the hush
is
too. I'm gonna go shh shh shh. So I
oh,
don't want to talk to him
sorry.
anymore.
Oh, sorry. You hear, well, you see who you assume is this viceroy that people are talking about. Um, he's elvish in nature, kind of looks like a bitch.
Oh,
But
damn.
he,
Interesting. I don't know what to do with that.
um, he comes up and he's like, and he just says, "My people, I know that you are all probably terrified of what has transpired over the last few days,
Hold on,
but
hold
just
on. I'm gonna
know."
fact check this. I'm gonna fact check this.
It is I know, it is nothing to do. I'm sure I'm way off.
Let's see, let's see, let's
Um,
see.
this is
Okay, yeah.
basically what you
Yeah,
gather.
yeah.
Um, I'm sure you are afraid of what has going on, but just know we have it all under control. There's nothing to be afraid of. Um, it was just a little
Look,
fluke of old age. But
of
just
old
so
age.
we have people scouting the area. We have extra guards, but just know you are safe, you are heard, and you are protected. If there
I mean,
are
the
any
dude seems pretty cool. It doesn't really feel like he's a bitch.
if there are any concerns that you may have, please address them to my scribe right here.
Oh,
And this little this small boy comes up and he just kind of waves to the crowd. Um, and he continues, and that will thank you again. Enjoy the market. Godspeed. And then he goes back.
perfect. Okay, okay, okay.
And so at this moment, as he disappears, people start whispering more, but they all kind of start heading out back towards the streets.
Okay. Um, let's see, let's see, let's see. Can I? Okay. So I wanna remind myself what's going on here. So golf ball sized black orb that gets hot sometimes, and someone told me not to try to take it off. I got a whole bunch of silk rope. 'Cause that's usually the trend around these places.
Uh-huh.
I got a whole bunch. I got a red marker, and this is just a something to mark with.
Yeah,
Okay,
like a broad tip.
a broad tip. When I take a look at the marker, can I do like a little line on me just to check if it works?
Yeah, go for it.
And does
What bother are you
anything?
marking up?
Oh, I'm just I'm gonna put a little mark in my hand just to see if anything happens. Like, is it like a
Which
magical
hand?
marker or anything? This is gonna be my left hand.
Okay, so as you look at your left hand, you kind of see that your
Jesus,
fingertips, they're black.
my fingertips are black.
Um,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah,
Oh,
fingertips are black.
yes.
Um,
And this
and
wouldn't
as
happen
you're
to be the
looking,
doing of my black magic 8 ball, would it be?
as we'll find out. And then, and as you continue looking, there's the fingertips are black, but there's like strands of blackness just going up and up and up your arms,
See,
disappearing into your tunic.
my tunic. Um,
But the marker does work like a
does work.
marker.
Oh, perfect, excellent. So I was successful. Um, okay. I'm going to. So are there a lot of people around me right now, or is kind of the crowd dispersed and I'm
Crowd is
alone-ish?
kind of dispersing.
Okay.
The woman that you were looking for, she has kind of made her way up to the the stairs of
The large
this
market
grand.
area. Okay, okay.
No,
Okay.
of the castle looking thing.
Oh yeah, the Catholic thing. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna grab the. Can I grab the? Can I put my hands on the black orb and just kind of attune to it? Kind of hit it with the hail. We'll see what responds.
Yeah, you can do that. What does it look like while you're trying to attune in this open area?
So I'm trying to keep my I'm still trying to keep a low profile here. That's the name of the game right now. And hopefully my friend Talon has made some distance. But I'm gonna kind of turn my turn my back a little bit, kind of hold the orb. I'm just kind of be like, hello, hello, and see if I can kind of just like in my mind, like kind of patch into whatever that whatever sensation that voice came from
Mhm.
before. I want to see if I can replicate that mentally.
All right. As you try to attune to it, your mind goes dark, um,
Mhm.
and there's nothing.
I want to dig deeper, or at
Okay.
least hold the feeling.
Okay. Okay. You go deeper. Um, and as you continue to kind of attune to this and you feel this pulsing sensation. It's like, "Mm,
Like a
mm."
heartbeat? Oh, yeah, you
Uh-huh.
see? There's the
Yep.
classic. I knew I could find it.
And as you reach out with your mind to this beating sensation, you immediately get blasted
Okay.
out
Hate when I get
and
blasted.
you'll and you'll land on your butt
Okay,
and back into the marketplace.
perfect. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Not fruitful. But, you know what? There's no place to go besides up. Let's head up the stairs and go into this
All right.
castle-looking place.
Okay. You make your way up and you see these two guards standing. They're like, "Halt! What are you doing here?"
Um, I was just sightseeing. Tell me, what is it that you're guard? What's going on around here? Where am I? Who am I? What's my name? Am
You
I
mean
on
you
am I on any criminal database? Do you know who I am?
well, we don't this is first time seeing you, and I feel like we would remember what you would look like.
Yeah.
But you're telling me you don't know the capital, the trade center of this whole island? I mean, you're in Cyanidel, my dude.
hmm I am a student of everything. I'm here to learn. Um, but you said you don't recognize me, correct?
Never seen you before in my life.
I don't know if that makes me feel any better. Can I go in? Can I head in or
Mm, try to make a a persuasion check.
Sure. So okay, so at the top of the stairs going into the castle-like place. Oh, that's a natural one. So okay, so
No.
Viceroy guy, so Viceroy guy at the top of the stairs makes a speech. Oh, okay, I know where I am now. I know where I am now. Yeah, this is definitely not the door I wanted to go into. Um, I'm like, you know what? Thank you, thank you for saying no. I'm gonna turn around. There should be. So what's my surroundings right now? What is my surroundings?
Um, okay, so there's this castle. You're on the stairs,
Yeah, yeah.
and this is gonna show what I imagine, and we'll see if it
That's what I'm
matches
excited
with
about. I'm trying to see
so
what do you think the avid CF looks like?
you're the avid Sia. Where the hell is Cyanidel?
No, no, no. We
Okay.
are still in Sanadel.
Okay.
We're in the Capitol building. The avid CF.
All right. So you're on top of these stairs, there's the
Uh-huh.
guards um guarding this
These guards
massive
are pretty
door,
good. I mean, I just tried to get in, and they,
right?
they said no.
They do their job. And there's um a big castle what you would imagine, and then there's like gates. So when you look down the stairs, there's the area that you were in,
Mhm.
and then there's like a wall, and then there's gates, but they're open right now. And then through those gates, it leads into where you came from, the marketplace.
Okay.
This road, this stretch of areas where, there's a lot of like inns, there's the bar, there's people selling things. And then further, like it's a normal town. And then as you look around, there's the mark there's like it looks like other like housing and stuff to the side. Um there's the alleyways that you came from.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Um, I'm standing on the stairs now. I have a little bit of a
Mhm,
vantage point from the rest of my surroundings,
mhm,
so I'm a little higher. I'm gonna look
mhm.
for that woman now. Just because I, you know what? For some reason, he seemed important. I mean, she definitely has some magic. Um, I rolled an 8 for whatever I have to do to be looking around for this woman.
um okay, you see, where would she be? You see, she is heading towards uh she's heading towards this bill kind of inward. You catch her briefly. She's not at the marketplace, but she's headed towards those apartment looking things.
Okay. Um, let's see. Trying to think here. So, red marker, silver rope, black orb.
And remember, you don't know who you are. You don't know what magical capabilities you have. So let
Oh,
me know.
interesting how you'd phrase it like that. Now, is it the best for me to be in a public area if I try to channel whatever thing I have inside me? Probably not. Is the direction in which she's going, with that woman's going to the apartment buildings, is it less crowded? Is there less
Yeah,
things going?
yeah. It's
Okay.
it's very seeming. It's noticeably less crowded.
Okay. Um, because in my mind, I think, okay, I don't know my magic capabilities. I have to plan for the worst. I activate my magic and it sets off a nuclear bomb. Do I want to be in apartment buildings when I do that? Um, or it could, I, or I could wild shape. Can I wild shape? Can I, can I find a nearby corner? Can I find a nearby little nook and I can try to wild shape? I've heard of some people in the past, some special people in the forest who could wild shape. I want to go around, find a corner, channel thoughts of being a mouse.
Okay, so you go over to this corner. The
And this is
guards are
gonna
kind of like,
backfire so hard right now.
it's like, who is this dude? So you leave, you find this quiet corner, and you try to channel um, some sort of magic. Um, I'm assuming, because you saw this woman do magic, you're like, oh, well, maybe
It
let's
must be
see
easy.
if I got something.
If a woman can do it,
Um,
it must be easy. Oh, no, I take it back. I take it back. I did not mean that. You continue.
and as you try to center yourself, instead of you feel this kind of burning that you did when you woke up.
Is it a
So
burning when
this
I pee?
burning sensation. Um, that would be not as well. You
Okay.
could be.
Okay.
But instead of changing into a mouse, you
Oh
find
no.
yourself launching up into the
No.
air.
Kidding me.
Um,
Wild
and you're
shape
kind
into
of
a cricket.
tumbling. You're tumbling through the air right now.
Oh no. Okay, okay, okay. Um, so I'm midair right now, falling back
You're
down.
midair.
Um, do I got any more tricks up my sleeve? Can I channel can I channel whatever I have again?
You
And
could
just
try.
you know what? Go ahead. I just want to do it. Just any other tricks in my book?
All right. All right. So you're tumbling, you're tumbling. Make try to make an Arcana check.
Out of the 9.
Okay, so so you're kind of flipping and falling. You realize that you are falling with style.
Oh, okay. I
So
don't like where this is going.
so not necessarily um uncontrollably, but you've realized that you can't control yourself and fly. So you cast flight on yourself.
That's polite on myself, so it's not the jump spell. Figured I was getting a taste of your favorite spell. I
Oh, yeah.
can't fly on myself. God. I'm trying to keep a low profile here, you know? Okay. Can I, how long? I don't remember the details of the fly spell. How long can I fly? Um,
This is my world, so you can fly
fly forever.
until I tell you you can't anymore.
I am going to, can I don't know what to do. So for some reason, I feel like this is harder for me to figure out what to do than if I was in the alleyway. Um, can I can I put myself back down? Can I just like put myself back?
Yeah.
I'm gonna can that
Are
flight
you
for later. Um,
are you putting yourself back where you launched yourself
um,
or anywhere else?
you know what? I feel like I've already made a scene by now. I just zip out of the place and like find a little corner around back of a little alleyway. Or you know what? Let me head over to
Yeah.
the the apartment
Okay.
buildings because it's a little less crowded. I'll zip over there. I'll kind of drop myself and continue my very astute low profile.
Okay. So you said you are landing near the apartment buildings, is that what you said? You kind of
Yes.
cut off.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You land in a darkened area.
Hmm.
As you're looking around, you can kind of see that um, it's kind of run down a little bit. You know, it's not the best of places. You could see that the reason it makes sense why there's not a whole lot of people around here.
Hmm.
Um, the apartments are kind of disintegrating. There's like windows are smashed. Um, seedy looking people, you know, they're kind of standing in corners, um, kind of, you know, surprised that this random person just dropped down
Zipping in. Yeah.
in the middle. Um, but other than that, you know, everything's kind of quiet until you hear this loud shrieking. Um, this voice just saying, "Help! Help me!"
Oh, interesting. Okay. Um. Hmm. Yeah. How far? How close is the voice?
Um, you clock it at about, you know, a couple buildings over.
No buildings over. Um. I mean, at this point, I got nothing to lose except for the fact I just found out I can fly. I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna run over there and see if I can identify who is calling for help.
All right. You make your way over to the building that you know, you gathered that the voice is coming from, uh, but the door is locked.
Door is locked. Somebody is screaming help. Um, someone is inside the building screaming for help.
Yeah, and you kind of hear a little scuffle.
A little scuffle. Um,
I should get something up while you're thinking. Let me see.
um, I'm gonna knock on the door and say, "Hello, is everything all right in there?"
There's no answer, just screaming.
Still screaming in a scuffle.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, is this an invasion of privacy? Is this an invasion of privacy? They could be doing something, but at the same time, perhaps they really need help. I think it's about time I figured out what my strength modifier is. Uh, what can I try breaking down the door? Can I try to throw my body against it?
You could try. Yeah, go ahead and roll a strength check.
Oh. A natural 20. A
It
natural
was a
20.
natural 20?
I'm Superman over
Okay.
here. I think I'm Superman. I think that's what's happening. I can fly. I can break down doors.
You, um, you feel this burning sensation start from your core where the
Okay.
necklace is
Okay.
and just go through your arms. Um, and as you just and yeah, just and you bust through that door, it is, nearly off its hinges, with
Perfect.
how strong you busted it through.
Okay.
Um,
Can I feel inside me for any super speed? I just want to go into the checklist now. Do I have super speed?
from what you gather, you cannot do super speed.
Yeah. You couldn't just throw me a bone there? Whatever. Whatever. Okay. I run in there. I run in there. Oh, I run in
So
there.
you run in and you notice a banshee,
Banshee. Oh, jeez.
yeah, within this house,
Yeah.
wailing,
Okay.
just wailing.
It's wailing. Oh, the banshee was the one wailing. God damn. Oh.
Yes. I
Uh.
need you to roll for initiative.
Damn it. No. 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 I rolled a six. Oh.
All right, the banshee rolled a 1, so
Yes.
you are up.
Yes. Okay. 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 Oh. And I'm trying not to metagame here. So. I seen a have I do I have I seen a banshee before? No, my memory is gone.
You cannot
Uh,
remember.
so this just looks like a person in the house screaming for help. I
Yes.
wouldn't know this is a banshee. I'd
Uh,
say
I mean, you can see like it is
it's like a ghostly
hovering,
figure, like a ghastly.
and when it's
Okay.
screaming, it is unnatural. Like its mouth is wide open, like just shrieking.
Oh, geez. Uh. Okay.
Oh, it does speak Common and Elvish. Did you know that?
Ye- maybe I think so. I mean, yeah, I knew that. I knew it speaks. Um. Okay. So I'm gonna channel. Look. I'm from the same area that I got that super strength from. I want to see if there's any other toolkit. Anything else in my can I like can I like see I feel so stupid trying to like try all these things out. It's for them to can I attempt to summon something, like to summon a weapon or something? Can I like see if I can like do something? I'm gonna channel whatever feeling that I've been kind of going off of with this black orb into
Uh-huh.
I just want to do like a probe of my toolkit. What do I have at my disposal here?
Okay, as you the banshee is towards you, you reach inside this orb,
Yeah.
grasping for anything, and you see these dark blasts ripping through the orb,
Oh,
smacking the banshee.
smacking the banshee.
And
Okay, okay.
turns out you know Eldritch Blast.
Yes. Awesome, awesome. Oh, okay, okay, okay. All right, so yes, I cast Eldritch Blast. Yeah, that's what I do. And it'll be the only thing I cast for the rest of this campaign.
Okay, okay. Um, what do you roll for Eldritch Blast? Maybe
Um,
I shouldn't have had you go into combat.
um, well, it's because the only thing is that's gonna be. Let me see if I can pull up my stuff here. Let's do Eldritch Blast.
Oh, no, I don't have Eldritch Blast equipped for Marlowe, so I can't help you.
Let's see. From the basic rules 2014, because I haven't been player's handbook. Let us see. It's a cantrip, beam of crackling energy. So I'm gonna roll to attack, a ranged spell attack against the target. Yeah, so I'll roll to attack. I'm trying to think of what else happens. Man, this is gonna really test my knowledge on how well I know the game. Okay, I'm gonna roll to attack. I'm trying to think of what do I add anything if I'm ranged? Do I add is it the dexterity modifier? Do I have any okay? Do I have any modifiers? Or are you just pulling things out of
I'm just
your
pulling them.
okay? All right. In
I'm
that
just
case, then I'm
rolling them
going to
as
do
I
just a
go.
straight. I'm just gonna do a straight attack roll to see if I land at least a hit at the 18.
Okay, it does hit.
Perfect, which means I'm gonna make a 1d10 roll for damage. That is a 2.
Okay.
And what I do is I kind of I I clutch my I clutch my pearls when I see when I see the banshee here. No, I kind of I put my hands around the orb and I feel kind of the power burn again. And the do I have a permission to say that the kind of little black tendrils that are coming up like around my arm kind of glow with like a dark
Hmm.
hue, and then I just kind of
Hmm.
sum it all together, shoot something out towards the banshee for a whopping 2 damage.
Nice. You do that, and the banshee kind of wails back. It's like, and then you kind of see this flicker, um, kind of as if it's going out like like coming out, in and out of focus.
Yeah.
And like, woo, woo. Um, what you what you see in its place is, um, you don't see what it's in its place, but it kind of just flickers, like,
Okay.
kind of shocks you, like, oh, like I don't know what I'm trying to say. It just flickers in and out of place. I'll
Okay. Okay.
stop at that.
Perfect.
Um, and you see this banshee is coming at you, and it is going to try
Oh,
to hit you. So what is your AC? I'll make it up. Let's
I
see.
wouldn't know. Uh,
um, let's see. Let's see. It rolled a 7 to attack you and it misses. So it went to go. So your AC is above a
I'm
7
Superman.
right now. But yeah, it goes to try to hits you. How do you
Are
dodge
you
out
gonna
of its way?
you just gonna keep on rolling attack rolls until like you get to a number you're like, yeah, that sounds like it hit him. That sounds like I hit him.
Yeah.
Um, so it's gonna just kind of like lunge at me. Is that what's going on?
Hmm. Yeah.
Um, okay. To clarify some details, I want to remember exactly what happened. Um, so I threw the necklace that one time, and the voice
Yes.
said it's not within the what?
It said
Do you remember what the voice said?
it said that's not within the plan.
That's not within the plan. Okay, so in that case, then, what I want to happen is I want the amulet to move and yank my body out of the way, for the banshee to then miss
Okay.
me.
And it does that. Yep.
Oh, perfect, perfect, awesome, awesome.
So, you got him.
And I
And
kind of
then
like,
you just
"Yeet,"
hear this,
like all of a sudden, like kind of get yanked out of the way. But yes, continue.
and then you hear this voice within you say, "Just be careful."
Okay. I'm trying, I really am. But is there any other things that you want to tell me about me? It sounds like this isn't my first rodeo.
No.
Oh, excellent. In that case, then
And
you
it
keep making
really.
sure I live.
Now it's
Okay.
your turn.
Okay. 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 Um. Okay, so when I hit it with the Eldritch Blast, it kind of went out of focus. Right now, it's
Mhm.
completely in focus. Um. Can I? I want to scan the room for any sort of improvised weapons that would do more damage than the knife in my pocket. Does that make
So,
sense?
yeah, yeah. You see, a bookcase in one
Hmm.
corner. Um, I just realized I have the map all messed up in my head, but just know
Oh
it
no.
makes sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
came in a different way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
bookcase is in place. There's a bookcase in the corner, and there is a fireplace on the far wall. But other than that, the room is rather sterile, in appearance.
Mm,
It looks like that, um, nobody really lives here, um, but it's just rather sterile
okay.
in nature.
Um. Is there a chair in this room?
I think there's a chair in this room.
Um. Can I? Can I? Okay, all right, all right. This isn't making it easy for your very first encounter being run, but what I want to do is I want to attempt to grapple this banshee in the way of I want to grab the chair and scoot across the floor until I can maybe pin it up against a wall.
Okay. Make a, let's see, an athletics
An
check.
athletics check. It means nothing to me because I have no clue what my stats are. I'll just roll a d20. That's a 5.
Okay, so you go to grab the chair. The chair's in your hands.
Yeah.
Um, but as you go to try to grapple this banshee, the banshee is able to like move out of the way.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I saw that one coming. Who was I thinking that I could grapple a banshee? Okay. Yeah, let's see what this guy has to say about it.
All right, so as it moves out of its way, it goes to make a swipes at you
Yeah, yeah.
while it goes.
And my AC is at least above a 7.
Yeah, and I rolled a 6, so it misses you.
Yes. Again, the amulet kind of yanks me by my neck out of the way. Um, just in time to narrowly miss whatever's going on.
Okay, now
Yeah.
it's your turn.
And you know what? Who am I to neglect the classics? I'm gonna pull an Eldritch Blast out of my amulet and send going towards the Banshee here, and that is a 9.
Okay, the 9 hits. Now what do I
Nice.
do? Oh
So,
yeah,
oh yeah,
that's
I gotta
you.
do 110.
That's you.
Do that is a whopping 7 damage.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
How do
Takes
you want to
7
do
force damage.
this?
Um, let's see. Can I?
Or I guess do you want to maim or kill?
What? We gotta make more kill. Um, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna maim it. I'm gonna. Uh, n- no, it's kind of freaking me out right now. I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it. Um, so I send the I send another Eldritch Blast towards the Banshee, and it kind of almost like it streaks across the air, hits the Banshee, but I kind of hold the blast, almost like I'm still staying connected to the Banshee, and I like force more Eldritch power into it, where I can kind of start seeing the Banshee kind of get corrupted and focusing in and out and everything until like eventually the whole body's kind of like kind of stringy black like I am until it finally just like disappears, like explodes.
All right. Wow. And then as you do that, you hear, um, as it's dissipating, you hear this voice, unlike the banshee,
Oh
and
no.
it's groaning, and it's just, why would you do that?
You don't bring my moral compass into this, Banshee. I'm trying to do my job here.
And it's at this moment you kind of hear the far door kind of creak open,
Oh,
um,
jeez.
and then the amulet starts burning, and you hear this voice in your mind saying, "Good work, my puppet. It's
Okay.
time to move."
Perfect, perfect. You want to tell me where?
Well, you see a, I think, let's see. I think there's a window. You see a window,
All right, all right.
um, on
Let's see.
a side, a side wall. You see another door, um, headed. Okay, there's a window. There's another door that lead within the room and the fireplace.
The fireplace. Okay. Let's see here. I am going to. Can I? I want to look for someplace to hide. I want to look for someplace to hide. Like underneath the table, or I just want to do investigation check. Is there a place I could hide, to potentially get away from whoever is entering the house? It's a 5. That's a 5.
Okay, so there is not necessarily any place to hide.
There's nothing
Like
in
there
this
was the
house.
yeah, there was a bookshelf, there was a chair, um, and like originally said, just very rather sterile. You're in a big room. of
Okay.
nothing.
Um, I want to grab
And you
the
start
amulet again.
hearing it.
I want to grab the
Okay.
amulet again. And I'm going to say, listen up, Puppet Master. If you want to keep your assets safe, you better do something. Quick.
Okay. You hear this chuckle. I told you what to do. Now leave.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Thought you have a more flamboyant way of doing it, but whatever. I'm going to dash out the window. Can I, well, carefully-ish. Carefully-ish.
Okay. Make an athletics check. 'Cause I think
It's a 6. Man, I keep on rolling low. Oh,
okay. You're rolling a d20, right?
I am rolling a d20.
Okay.
If only I was rolling my duality dice.
So you
I thought we were rolling d10s. What are you talking about?
so you bust through the window, and it's a you forgot it's a two-story building. So you kind of launched yourself from the second floor.
Yeah.
Um, and you kind of landed awkwardly
Oh, jeez.
on your side outside, and you're kind of sitting there just groaning,
Yeah.
prone.
With a wind knocked out
But
of me. Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So you take 2 bludgeoning damage.
Oh man, I got. Well, I guess we'll find out just how much HP I have.
Yeah.
Uh, okay. So
Um, yeah.
continue. What else is happening? Is there anything else that I should be made aware of?
Mm, oh, I got it all mixed up. I got all the events mixed up in my head.
Oh no. Oh no.
I got 'em all mixed up.
What
Um,
what were you looking for? What were you looking for?
I was looking I was looking for Gaytira's place, and
Huh?
you ended up in Nikola Cheka's place,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
um, uh
I mean, hey, I mean, I success. I felt like that was pretty good though. I mean, I not only have I
Nice.
kept the storyline intact, I haven't done any damage to the universe. But I mean,
No,
hell yeah. So I'm out in the alleyway, with nothing
you're
to
out in
do.
the alleyway, nothing to do. Oh, no, never
Connect
mind.
connect the dots.
Never mind, it's
I know
connecting.
it's clicking for you.
Yep. Okay. So um, you see smoke billowing out,
Hmm, hmm.
um, further through the alley. Just
Okay.
smoke. So everything's kind of quiet. You kind of hear some chattering, from the window you just busted out of. Um, you see this, you hear some scurrying a little bit, and then just this woman, who you assume is the person that you saw.
Oh,
Um,
I see why I see what's going on now. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
continue.
And you kind of hear she's like, blink yes for no, blink twice for yes. And that's going on in
I'm like,
there.
whoa,
Um,
what is happening there? Was there another dude in the
the
house?
you see, kind of seedy area, like the seedy people.
Mhm.
Um, and then you just see smoke billowing from the alleyway, around the alleyway that you first woke up from,
Okay. Okay.
on the other
Um,
side.
Look, I mean, I just broke and entered into a house. It sounds like somebody has in my mind, the owner of the house has come back, and so I got a lickety split out there, because I thought I was saving someone, and I don't want the attention here. So, I'm gonna put my cloak back up. I'm gonna put my hood up, even though everyone knows who I am, apparently. And, I'm gonna start kind of. I'll meander over to where the smoke is billowing from, just because. I mean, I'm just trying to get out of there, and so I might as well just pick a direction.
All right, are you just kind of casually walking over there, or are you like walk? You kind of
I'll.
cut out, so I didn't know how you
Oh,
were
sorry.
gonna go over there. You're
I'm
good.
gonna casually walk over there. I'm gonna casually get over there.
All right. So as you kind of walk through the alleyways, the area is kind of getting a little familiar from where you awoke from. You could kind of make out some bits and bobs here and there.
Hmm.
Um, you hear, but as you get closer and closer um, to this place, there's kind of a crowd gathering, and you kind of hear them whispering, and they're like, "Oh, you know, I don't agree with Gatra, but whoever did this, I don't agree with," or and just or like and other people saying, "Oh, Gatra had it coming," and then other people is like, "Oh, I hope nobody got hurt," um, and you kind of you see like this kind of look kind of like this prostitute looking house.
Damn.
Just kind of billowing with fire, billowing with smoke. And you
When I walk over to one of the groups that I'm kind of hearing talk and kind of just nonchalantly like kind of insert myself in the conversation and be like, "Do you think they're still taking walk-ins?"
and you walk up to this middle-aged looking elf, and she's like,
Oh
"Oh,
no.
I've never." um, but and you see this elvish looking man, kind of mousy looking, kind of
Mousy looking.
wandering, like
Yeah.
walking back and forth. You could tell he's um, kind of preoccupied, worried. There's high fantasy equivalent firefighters kind of
Mm.
trying to, you know, put the fire down.
I love how we just skip the world building. We're like high, high
Yeah.
fantasy equivalent.
You see wizards kind of water bending. They're
Casting
doing
create
like,
water.
yeah, create water.
Would a high fantasy firefighter use create water or control bonfire? Would
There's a
they would
control bonfire.
isn't
I
there
think
a
no, I think there is.
I'm trying to think of what the spell is. It's like the um bonfire is a control fire, but it's bigger. It's like I'm trying to think if what cantrip that is.
Control
Uh
flames, create bonfire.
create bonfire. In
Okay.
create bonfire can you just I thought you can get rid of it.
I don't
Create
know.
bonfire. So I
I
guess
looked it up in
my question goes, would they add water to the fire or would they just take away the fire? Yeah,
where
well,
I guess where would the fire go once you're controlling it?
where does the wire come from? Where does the fire come from?
Well, you'd have to. Well, where but
When you
you'd have to
cast
get
create
you'd have to get rid of it. Like, you can't
if,
just absorb it, I
well,
don't think.
but where does the bonfire come from when you create bonfire? Where does it come from? It comes from the weave. You just put back the weave.
Well, the sorcerers do create bonfire. Can wizards do that as well? Because
I'm
if it's
sure
a
if they got a
sorcerer, I
tome.
would think it's from
Those nerds always have something.
themselves. Ugh.
That's true.
But regardless, there's
Okay.
some
Yeah.
firefighters, there's some wizards, other people
All that talking
dousing.
is still just a high fantasy equivalent
Yeah.
of a firefighter.
And as you're watching this, your your mind kind of goes black.
Oh,
Your
yes,
vision
yeah.
is getting spotty.
Oh, yes.
And you're kind of sinking into like this darkness.
A warm
And there's
embrace?
like pattering of teeth,
Oh, does
gnashing of
not sound
teeth,
like does not sound
claw.
like a warm embrace.
Um, and you
Oh,
just hear this voice, and you're like, "Good job, my pets. But you shouldn't come back to the scene of your crimes." And that's where we'll end.
oh no, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like it. Oh, I like it. That's awesome. Okay. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Oh, that was cool. I was curious. At first, I thought I was the pirate that you saved the viceroy from.
Oh,
But
yeah,
then I
yeah, yeah.
realized that the timeline didn't work out straight. But dang, that was cool. Okay, I like that. I'm
You
impressed.
kinda do you kinda get where I was going with?
I do get what you're going
Y
with.
Okay. You got the
Was the whole banshee thing like an extra bit that you're like, oh shoot, he's not in the right area. I guess I'll just have to like run with it.
No, the banshee was actually, if you'd wanna know, that was Nicholas Jekka. You were
What?
attacking Nicholas Jekka, your patron, um,
Oh, I was the banshee.
created, yes. So the black tendrils, created the image of a banshee to protect, your identity, but made it so Nicholas Jekyll looked like oh, no, you were a
No.
revenant, and then Nicholas Jekyll was a made to look like a banshee, so you would attack it.
What? Damn. That's crazy. That's crazy. What the hell? Whoa. That was
And
mind
you
blowing.
would
You know what? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot.
and I was trying to figure out because I want that was the main thing was I wanted you to, like, get to Gatriar's place,
And
so, like,
make the fire
um,
and like do it actually.
make the fire, do the whole thing, but then I was like, "Oh, this works out because you woke up like, in the
Yeah.
alleyway
I would
with
have
the
like
red
already.
marker." So,
Oh yeah. That's what the red marker was. I get it. I get it. Oh my goodness.
yeah, like
So
a little
freaking cool.
magical one.
I
So, yeah,
like it.
there's I j
That was
it
awesome. That was awesome. That was so cool. All right. Well, that has been our random encounter. My first time being a D&D player, and your first time being a D&D dungeon master. How does it feel? Is it as stressful as you thought it'd be?
well, given the fact that, like, it was off the cuff, I think it was okay. I do have a lot of respect for you and, like, all the great DMs out there who can just like, that one lady, that one video I'm thinking of who she was, like, able to, like, capture that one guy into D&D. Do you
Oh,
know that
oh
interview I'm
yeah.
talking
No, I
about?
love. Yeah, I do. I love that one.
Yeah,
She's
like
Deborah Wolf, isn't it? Is that who I'm
oh, I
thinking of?
think so, yeah. I should know her
Not
name.
only do I freaking love her in Daredevil, but like, she's awesome. I want
Yeah,
to.
and the way she's just able to, like, grab
She
your
actually designed an official like Dungeon Dragons like side adventure.
oh, really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm trying to think of
Cool.
what I looked her up. Deborah Ann Wool is an American actress and Dungeons and Dragons enthusiast. That's all she did. Um, I'm trying to. I'll have to send you the actual thing that she wrote. But it looks interesting. It looks different. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm trying to think of what it's called. I'll look it up. I'll look it up because I'm not gonna be able to. But yeah, no, I freaking I go back to watching that interview just for the hell of it because
Oh, right?
she just did it so effortlessly. I was like,
Yes.
damn.
So yeah, mad respect to them. And I mean, mine my job was a little easy because I just took from what you already created and
Yeah,
I like
which I thought was
inserted
awesome.
you into the
Which I
into the
thought was
story.
awesome. It is Heroes. I think it's Heroes Feast Saving the Children's Menu. Is this the one that she made? I'll have to double check. I'm not completely sure now. I'm not completely sure. I'll double check. But yeah, no, that was awesome. No, I freaking loved it. It was fun to play for a little bit. And I've seen some gremlins outside, so I gotta run. But hey, if you're still here, thank you so much for tuning in and watching. We love doing it, and you can of course see a recorded version of this this Friday. Also, make sure to catch up on the podcast stuff as well. But we thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll see you later.